The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, and Newy Scruggs.
Here we are, Friday Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming in the SWBC Podcast Studios here in Frisco, home of the Dallas Cowboys.
It's Friday.
Week 2 is going into the Cowboys' first home game of the season. They're riding high 1-0 after beating up the Cleveland Browns 33-17. They take on the New Orleans Saints, who demolished the Carolina Panthers 47-10 at Jerry World. Highest ticket in the game this week, $2,500 for the highest ticket. If you want to go to that Chargers-Panther game in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's $25.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Bargain basement. Bring the family. It's a difference between $100 and $10,000.
You know, that's true. One of the things I have learned many years in the business of when they're selling tickets, they're called the family 4-pack.
Yeah.
When they get to the family 4-pack, you know, 4 tickets, 4 sodas, and 4 hot dogs for X amount of dollars, you know the team is going to be bad. So if you see the family 4-pack next to the team,
garbage.
right, they are that. All right, Players Lounge. The participants are Hek'ma Harrison in the building, Barry Church, former Dallas Cowboys safety. I am Newy Scruggs. Before we dive into the Cowboys deeply, last night we were all wrong about the Miami Buffalo Thursday night game. Okay,
the dust.
The
dust.
We did ourselves.
Yes, Church, you had Miami winning 28-24. Hek'ma, you had them winning 17-10. I had them winning 24-17. Tua knocked out with a concussion, and Buffalo just ran right through them. Buffalo now 2-0. A lot of people wondered if they were going to fall off here. Now the questions are like, okay, Tua, how long do you want to keep doing this, young man?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, to watch that happen how it did, and then to me, always a telltale sign is when the guy's kind of rigid, sitting there on this, arm stuck in it. I forget what the word to describe that is, but that's a scary scene because, I mean, that's what, number 3 or 4 for him. Yeah. And, I mean, I know the quarterbacks are protected in this league, but all it takes is one of those shots, once again, for something devastating to happen. And that wasn't even like one of those blow-up shots like we were talking about Troy Aikman the other day when you were there when Arrington went through him on that concrete surface out there. It wasn't even one of those type of hits. It was a routine, let me thud you up. But the way he hit his head on the side and that guy's chest plate, it just happened to affect Tua. And, man, that's a scary situation. He has a decision to make.
Or that video, remember I said the other day, the video of your uncle, Uncle Joe, the Steelers.
It was nasty.
Right.
That was nasty.
They were out there dealing WWE blows out there.
So
Tua didn't get none of that like that last night, man.
Like that.
Well, that's some wild video, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. You know what? I really thought that the irony of Damar Hamlin being the one that tackled him on that play, you think about it. I mean, here's a guy in Damar Hamlin that literally died on the field. Yeah. And, man, we talk about how dangerous this game is, and we talk about, obviously, we're on the other side. We talk about the money. We talk about Super Bowls. We talk about all these other things. But then on the flip side of it, something can happen like this. It really turns your stomach upside down. And me, as a parent, I'm sure you guys are the same. Look, I told my son, man, pick anything else. Pick up a golf club. Pick up something. Right? Do anything else. Yeah. But, just like my wife said, he gonna do what you love. Yeah. And as soon as he could grab a football, it was like a moth to a flame. He took right to it. And it's like, it's hard to tell people not to do something that they love. And I feel more for his parents, the people that love him more than anything, because this isn't like it's the first time that this has happened. With 3, 4, 5 occasions, and you start to say to yourself, like, okay, when is somebody else going to intervene in this situation to kind of save him from himself? But his passion is locked up in football. And as you understand, as you know, and growing up playing this game, it's hard to say, look, man, it's time, and look, man, my heart goes out to him and his family, and I know it's going to be a tough decision to make. The money doesn't mean anything, man, if you don't have your health and you're not there to enjoy it with your family.
Yes, so wish Tua well, but the Dolphins, that's tough.
They are in a tough situation because of the money that they paid Tua, and now obviously as a fan base, as a franchise, they've got to be really more forward thinking about him than they are right now in their own current situation. Yeah. So they need to be combing every roster in the NFL right now, trying to find a guy to come in and help them because, this is tough. This is a pickle. They're in a tough situation.
Yeah, and their scouts better be out there looking at quarterbacks this year because you have to at some point in time address that. Like you have to go look at Plan B because of what's going on with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback in Miami. The quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys is in a very good spot right now.
Yeah, he good.
Highest paid player in the game, finished second last year in the MVP voting. Dak Prescott did not have a big time statistical game against the Cleveland Browns, but he did the job that he needed to do. So the Cowboys come back home. They ball out. Yeah. Okay, last year, minus even in the playoff game, Dak put up 400. It was some empty calories, but he put up 400 yards.
He did it. It's right. You can say it.
Empty calories, but
Come on, he can say it.
Statistically.
Come on, Newy, do your job.
Doing the stats.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's two ways. Context. Context. He did put those numbers up. The game was over, but he did put up 403 touchdowns. So the Cowboys are good at home, and this is where he excels. And of course, he talked about how many. Because he's from Louisiana, how many of his friends are, talk about Go Saints, that kind of thing. And I wanted to ask you, Church, what's that feeling like, man, when you're from the Pittsburgh area? Your friends all know you play for the Cowboys, and then they're playing the Steelers this week, and they're like, I'm a Steeler fan. How does that hit you, man?
Oh, man, I used to love it because, I played the Steelers when I was here in Dallas and then when I was in Jacksonville, undefeated against Pittsburgh the entire time I was.
Say that then.
Actually, I did lost one time, but that was in Jacksonville.
Okay.
But anyways, we beat them in the playoffs. Anyway, so I love it because people always hit the group chat, my boys from high school, man, they about to whoop you, da-da-da, Big Ben's about to do this, that, and the third. Yeah. Man, and we go out there and whoop them boys. I got bragging rights for the rest of the year. It's like what you said about about the Cowboys? What you say about Jacksonville? Oh, Pittsburgh did what? So this is the same thing with Dak Prescott, I assume. I mean, his boys are probably hitting him up, messing with him. Man, the Saints about to do you dirty. Derek Carr's the real number 4. Blah 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 blah. Man, Prescott's about to go out there and show him what it is. I mean, I just don't see this as being a big time matchup, man. I see this as being the Cowboys wrecking shop on the Saints, and I'm sure we'll dive further into it, but I just don't see Derek Carr being back there, being able to orchestrate an offense like he did against Carolina. He's going to be seeing ghosts out there. He's going to get those happy feet, and that's where the Cowboys are going to eat.
That's Dak's home. This is home.
It's home cooking.
It's home, and he's already admittedly been a Cowboy fan his entire life, so ain't nothing changed. He's like he said in his interview, he's like, man, it'd be a different thing if I grew up a Saints fan, but he didn't. But that's a big rivalry. I mean, because we're right next door to each other. So obviously, my whole thing is going to be so many Saints fans at AT&T Stadium. Yeah. So many Saints fans converging on the Metroplex, getting ready for the game. Obviously, you can throw the records out. It's just like when the Eagles, we hook up with the Eagles, the Commanders, Giants, throw the records out because it's going to be fueled. It is going to be competitive. I'm with you. I expect this to be a game that the Dallas Cowboys come in and they handle them. But at the same time, with some of the things that they have going on right now in New Orleans that I saw, especially in that first game, it's going to be some pressure. They're gonna apply pressure from a lot of different places. And as we talked about it yesterday, communication is going to be key. I think Dak is going to have to make some tight throws in this game, some tight window throws in this game. He's going to have to pick it apart. He's going to have to read this defense very well. And he showed in that first game against Cleveland that he has the ability to do it. So he's going to have to build on that.
Church, let me go back to that Pittsburgh game. That was the Zeke game.
Yeah, he took off.
But before the touchdown, when Ben Roethlisberger, that was when he did the deep, right?
Yeah, that's when he did the fake spike?
Yes.
Yeah,
the fake spike there. So what was that feeling like defensively? Like, man, he got us. And then you see Dak, Zeke hook up and you win the game.
Well, when you get got like that on a fake, you're like, man, these tricky mugs. Like, you can't beat us straight up. You're going to pull some shenanigans out here and hit us with the fake. But, he's a veteran quarterback. He understands how to work the system and get those touchdowns happening. So when that happened, everybody was sitting there like, man, here we go. Because the year before, anytime we got a little bit of a lead or a little something, we knew, here we go. I think that's the year we had Castle in there at quarterback. And like I say, no disrespect, but he wasn't the greatest of quarterbacks. And we knew if we didn't have at least a 2-touchdown lead, something was going to happen. So once again, we get into that situation. Here we go, man. We relying on these 2 rookies to go out here and try to lead us to the promised land, and that's exactly what they were able to do. And then from that point on, it was just like, man, you know what? That to me is the game where everybody was like, hey, 4 is that guy. Like, he's that guy. He didn't buckle under no pressure. He's a rookie going into that situation. And you thinking, all right, the weight's on you. Man, just
the crowd,
you
everything.
in Pittsburgh, like, it's loud, all that stuff is going on. And he just cool, calm, and collected, went down the football field, dropped the perfect dime off to Zeke, and he did the rest. That's when we knew, man, these 2 young men are special, man. And then the rest of the season was that. But that was a little cheap move by Ben, man. A little fake spiking and faded up on us like that. I'm like, hey, come on, man.
Protect yourself at all times.
Play straight up. That's head on a swivel. Head got to be on a swivel.
Protect
but,
yourself
man,
at all times.
He got us with that one, though.
That was a good one. I know your household was going crazy.
Come on, man. Everybody's got their circles right now. I mean, we got the Steelers this year. Don't think they forgot about it.
That one means something.
Of course.
That one still means something. Pittsburgh, Dallas is just something about it. Going up there. Hek'ma and I, we're still not over Super Bowl 13. No. You don't grow up a Cowboy fan and have there's certain games you just never forget. Referee decided to make sure Charlie Waters got blocked. It was a Cliff Harris. His Franco just runs straight up for a touchdown. I mean, that's stuff. It was stuff happening in Super Bowl 13.
He's still sore about it to this day. To this day.
I've always said this, and I believe it to my core. And I've had several of the great Cowboy players tell me this. When the Cowboys lost Super Bowl 13, there were a lot of gold jackets that were lost. Some of them have been recovered, like Rayfield Wright and Drew Pearson and Cliff Harris. But the Cowboys won Super Bowl 12, so they would have been back-to-back, would have been the first team in NFL history to win 3 Super Bowls. They would have been the team of the 70s, not the Steelers, who ended up winning 3 championships in 4 years and won 4 in the 70s. All the gold jackets basically went to the Steelers. They got the spoils. The Cowboys didn't get them, and it was that. First off, the greatest Super Bowl game ever played at that point. Some people will argue some are better, but at that time, you never seen a higher game. It was tremendous. Jackie Harris dropped the doggone ball. He got to be the sickest man in America. So beating the
tight end
Steelers,
hit him in the chest.
Yeah,
you got to get that.
And then he got in the Hall of Fame.
Go figure.
Remember, he got in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, so no, I mean, as a kid, man, it was hard to go to school. I didn't want to go to school. Man, I was sick. Yeah, black parents don't care.
I ain't trying to go.
I ain't trying to go to school. That was hurtful, man. It was hurtful. So, tremendous game. Like I said, a lot of gold jackets lost that day. I mean, you start to look at those 2 rosters in Super Bowl 13. There's a lot of Hall of Famers, from the coaching staff, assistant coaches, play. I mean, it was a star-studded game right there.
This summer, I did a panel discussion with Drew Pearson, Cliff Harris, Joe Green, and Mel Blount, and they talked about that Super Bowl. And I mean, some of the things that come up in those discussions about that particular game, and the Steelers just admitting, man, how did y'all go away from the running game? How did you? I mean, and the thing is, like, guys like Drew Pearson, he's sitting there, he's like, I've never heard. And he looked over at Mel Blount and said, I never heard you say that before. I never heard you say that. But those are things that resonate from a game that was played 50 years ago. 50 years ago.
Your Uncle Joe Green told me that about 7 years ago. He's like, we couldn't stop it. We couldn't stop it. And it was Tom Landry out coaching himself. And then you talk to Tony Dorsett, Pittsburgh native, by the way. Won a national championship at the University of Pittsburgh and a Heisman Trophy. Tony D still mad.
To this day.
To this day.
To this day.
When a player like Joe Green tells you we couldn't stop it that day. And he's like, you Kyle Shanahan. Time out there like Kyle Shanahan, beating himself that day. Yes.
Straight. How you get that straight? Kyle Shanahan got that straight. Yes, he did.
How lucky were you to get to do that panel, man?
I'm blessed. Come on, man. I'm just really kind of being a prisoner of the moment. I'm saying to myself, man, like, so many people's childhood was wrapped up in it. So many people that love the game of football. That was a moment, especially coming from the Cowboys being that dynasty in the 70s and all those great players associated with it. But they even mentioned exactly what you say, the gold jackets that were handed out in games like that. And I mean, look, that just goes into the nostalgia of the NFL. And people think that this is a game that people, I just woke up and loved it, but great games have happened in so much, pageantry around this game that we love so much, man. But I tell you what, I was a prisoner of the moment, just sitting there and realizing, man, like, this is Hall of Fame for sure.
Hell yeah.
35-31. Incredible football game. Tremendous performances in that game. So I am going up to Pittsburgh for the first time this year for that Cowboy game.
Oh, it's going to be lit.
Yeah, I definitely want to go see that. Let's get our first break in here. Let's get back into previewing and talking about the Cowboys as we get ready for the Saints. We need to do our Yeti cool customer. Who is the player that we think has to be cool, under pressure, getting things done for the Cowboys in order to win this game? He's Hek'ma Harrison. That's Barry Church. I'm Newy. Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboys fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys! To the Players Lounge.
Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's Hek'ma Harrison in the house. Barry Church, former Cowboy safety. I'm Newy. Scruggs, Cowboys and Saints, high noon, okay?
Let's do it.
High noon.
Public service message. It's the first game. It's going to be packed. You better leave early. You know you got Saints fans coming to town. They're going to tailgate. They're going to bring the good gumbo and everything else, so get there early. First off, so you can go ahead and mooch off people. I'll gladly tell you, I come to the tailgate with nothing.
Wow.
With a smile.
Not a team?
I come with a smile.
Let me tell you some of that right
I don't even get. I'm take your water. I'm not bringing nothing. Nothing.
Come on, man.
Just bringing a smile. Hey, what's up? What's up?
Could.
over there? What
You
got
could.
over there, huh?
Hey, man.
Could team.
You want some? Yeah.
Let me get a plate real quick. Man. Let me get a plate real quick.
Oh heck, just show up there with a smile. They want to give it to you. They want to feed you. Oh yeah. No, bro. I come to the tailgate these games with nothing but appetite and smile.
Yeah. I ain't gonna do nothing but drink up your liquor, so I can't.
See, that's the beauty of me. That's the beauty of me. I'm not taking nothing from you. I'm just coming for your food. I'm just coming for your food. Right. You coming with your red cup. And a thermos.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
Yeti.
Gotta
With your
stay
Yeti.
hydrated.
He coming with his Yeti. Not me. See, that's why they like me right there, man. I'm not coming. Man, keep the alcohol. I don't need no beer.
Pass me that plate, though.
Food. Right, exactly. Give me a plate. Give me a plate. Yes. All right. Who do you want to pick? Everybody, get your person. Last week, I went with Mr. Guyton for the cool customer, my Yeti cool customer, and he came through. You guys had Dak. Dak did his part. That's especially on the blitz that came through a perfect dime to Brandon Cooks. So I'll go first.
Okay.
Tank Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
Stop the run.
Yeah.
This is about stopping the run. We saw last week New Orleans 37 runs in that football game. 37, 180 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's what the Saints did to Carolina. Stop the run. The new offensive coordinator for the Saints comes from that Kyle Shanahan tree. That guy's already said, okay, let's figure out what do we do. So that's, for me, the Yeti Cool customer is going to be able to stop the run, and I'm going to look to DeMarcus Lawrence to help lead the way.
Yeah, I'm with you as far as the front seven, but I'm going to go with Kendricks as my cool customer because I believe he's going to have to – somebody's going to have to match up with Kamara out of the backfield. Yeah. I mean, we understand how great of a receiving threat he is with the screens, with the option routes coming out of the backfield, and he's usually isolated on one of those linebackers. And I believe they'll put Kendricks, at least to start with, on Kamara coming out of the backfield. I think he has to limit that guy to force Derek Carr to think more downfield instead of getting the ball out of his hands quick. And when that happens, you're feeding right into the hands of the defense.
Man, it's tough. Y'all went defense. I was expecting y'all to go to offense again. Y'all left me too many options. So I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb. I'm going to go CeeDee Lamb. I think that CeeDee Lamb has the ability to break this game open. I think with the blitzes, the pressure that Dak is going to see, getting the ball out of his hands, allowing this passing game to flourish. Mm-hmm. I think also CeeDee Lamb's going to get an opportunity to carry the ball, as we saw last week. So a lot of that attack going up against guys like Lattimore that we don't know is going to be healthy, but a Dable on the other side for him. So attacking this secondary and getting those big plays at home are going to be important.
Who was that guy? He had 3 sacks for the Saints last game. Corner, I want to say it was.
Yeah, they rushed a lot of people.
Man, that dude was coming off I'm watching the tape like, man.
Yeah.
They sent this guy off the edge, up the middle, and I'm like, this dude is a corner?
He's a corner.
Coming like that? So,
yeah.
All right.
So look, the Saints got a lot of different options, man. And the thing is, like I said yesterday, Dennis Allen, love him or hate him, he gonna bring the kitchen sink.
Oh, he gonna throw it at
And the one thing that I love about Dak in this matchup is he spent all summer and this offseason going up against a defense that he knows has been aggressive. That's the one thing that you've heard coming out of Oxnard is they are applying a lot of pressure each and every day. I don't know if this cover 2, cover 3, what it is. And so he's seeing it every day in practice. Obviously right now it's all scout team and all of that stuff, but still just knowing that you have on the other side DBs that you will break on it and will take those chances. And I think that the Saints are going to be able to bring that same type of atmosphere to AT&T.
We were looking for Cleveland to try to run the football. They could not do it effectively at all. Is this what Mike Zimmer's going? Has he figured it out here? Because it's been a problem for 3 years running. As good as Dan Quinn was in his time as defensive coordinator, the Cowboys just were never where they needed to be to stop the run against the good football teams. Oh, yeah. And the Saints are a team we saw last week. They wanted to run the ball. We don't know yet if they're going to be a good running team, but hey, so far, so good. Mm-hmm. Let's see what the Cowboys can do. Can they handle another test? And if the Cowboys are able to do this, replicate what they did against Cleveland, well, then I'm going to be. I don't have the final box stats here for the game. But that to me is going to be something pretty key. It was my concern coming into the season. From the defensive line standpoint, can you stop the run? And on the other side, the offensive line, can you block it up and can you run the football? And so to me, I just really believe with this Cowboys team, we know they're going to score at home. Okay, they're putting up 30 plus. That's what they do. Right. If you can stop the run and limit them from scoring and making life tough for them,
Yeah, this is and just to recap what we'd already talked about throughout the week, man, we talked about Mazi and Osa Digizua, this being a very important game for them because you know that the Saints are going to try that offensive line. They're all about getting to the second level. And Alvin Kamara, he is one of those guys that once this running game for the Saints gets going, everything else is going to come behind that. And so, look, Chris Olave, to me, big-time wide receiver, but I don't worry about him as much because of the DBs that we have. We've got. I think Diggs can handle this matchup. I'm not against anybody, but I'm taking Diggs in this matchup because I think even for him and on the other side for the rookie, this shouldn't be too overwhelming of a matchup. The first week they go up against Amari Cooper. So, I had more hesitancy knowing that they were going up against Coop than I am right now the way I feel about Olave.
What I just don't understand is what these offensive coordinators do when they go against the Cowboys, because when you look at it, you're feeding right into their hand when you try to drop back and pass the football. I'm looking at these numbers from, the game against the Cleveland Browns. At the end of the first quarter, the Browns had a total of 3 rushes.
Yeah.
Like, you rushed the ball only 3 times after the first half? 6?
Yeah.
You rushed the ball 6 times, and after the third quarter, you had a total of 10 rushes.
Yeah.
And the game was not out of hand by that
They
time.
abandoned it. They abandoned it completely.
It happens every time. I don't understand it. Maybe the Saints, will put more effort into running the football, but it's just you fall straight into what the Dallas Cowboys do best, and that's get after the passer. You would think you'd want to make it a little bit more balanced, but 3 rushes in 1 quarter, that ain't gonna do nothing. 6 for the first half. I mean, they're gonna pin their ears back and get after you all day.
Alontae Taylor is the guy you're talking about, number 1 for the Saints. He's the one that had the 3 sacks, and that's the way that. Look, Bryce Young didn't have a clue. He didn't have a clue where the pressure was coming from. The clock never went off, and so that's why it's so equally important for Dak to get the ball out of his hands.
That first game for the Panthers is so Church, having played here, how do you view a first game like that where you're just like, hey man, these guys didn't have a clue? What is the how do you not eat the cheese, as Parcells used to say?
After that first game or during that first game?
After the first
game. After the first game. I mean, when you look at it, if you're the Cowboys and you see who the Saints went up against, you're looking over there like, man, all right, obviously they didn't play against a top-notch caliber team when you talk about the Carolina Panthers, but we can't fall into that same trap, thinking that, oh, man, we got these dudes. They beat up on the Panthers, but they ain't got nothing for us. We beat them in the past. We understand who they got. You can't fall into that trap because each year is different in my understanding. And I will give credit to Mike McCarthy on this one. He always seems to have his team outside of the playoffs. He does always seem to have his team prepared to go and doesn't sleepwalk on anybody going into these games. They beat up on the teams that they're supposed to beat. We saw that all last season. You go against the Giants, you beat up on those guys. You go against the Carolina Panthers of the world, you beat up on those guys. So he always has his team ready to play and ready to go. So to me, I don't see them falling into a trap saying, okay, we're going against the Saints. And even though the Saints beat up on Carolina, they ain't got nothing for us. They treat every opponent with the respect that's due, and then they go out there and handle their business.
When you watch the All-22, those 30 and watch those 37 runs, those were all downhill runs. Yeah. I mean, short yardage runs, those were one thing, but when you see them picking up, those 7, those 8, those 5, and they distributed the ball amongst 4 running backs those 37 times. So that is a heavy commitment, even though you're up big in that game, and that's what you would expect to run the ball like that. I just don't see Kubiak coming into this game and abandoning the run like you saw the Browns. And so it's gonna have to be a commitment to making sure that you're balanced, because the number one thing that is that this defense is they're advantageous. They want to turn the ball over. They want to force fumbles. They want to get sacks. And Derek Carr is at his worst. I mean, like, his carriage turns into a pumpkin when you are hitting him and you are intercepting him. And so that's the key to victory on defense, is not letting that running game going.
Were you surprised that they did so many downhill runs, knowing that, usually Saints rushing attack is the zone reads. It's that, like, everybody going sideways and they let Kamara pick which hole he wants to go in. Were you surprised that it was that many downhill runs? Because I thought for sure it was going to be more stretch runs and letting Kamara figure out what he wants to do with it. I was surprised with those downhill runs.
No, it was. And I was more surprised with them going with a fullback. I'm like, damn, that's old school. Yeah. Like, here they come with a fullback. I mean, they were gashing them. I mean, and they were playing very physical against Carolina. That was a beatdown. That was a don't come back up here no more type spanking that they gave him. And like, seeing the Saints in this new, it's literally like a new consciousness for the Saints. They have changed their offense completely under Kubiak, and I think it fits everything that they do. I mean, they don't have the Michael Thomases of the world anymore on the outside, and so they have to play to what they do best, and that's the power game. And I like it. I like it because what it does is it forces you to stop it, and if you don't, it's going to be a long 4 quarters, not just for the Dallas Cowboys, everybody that's in the NFC South that think the Saints are still the same. If you look at this offense, the way that they are putting Derek Carr, they're not trying to put him in harm's way, but allow 37 carries for 180 yards. That's saying, look, man, that's bully ball. And so we're going to have to chase the bullies in this game.
You're right. And then it's just that whole thing of you weren't with the Cowboys then, and you may remember the time they had to face the Rams, and the Rams weren't any good. They were going up to St. Louis, and Pac-Man Jones was on the team, and they're like, hey, what about the Rams? And he just kind of looked at us.
Oh, God.
It's the Rams.
It's the Rams. It's the Rams.
It's the Rams, dude.
Yeah, he did that.
Brad Johnson, if they went up, got beat. So I don't want to say it's the Panthers, dude.
Yeah.
But you and even for the Saints, the Saint fan, Saint fan is like feeling it. I'm like, it's the Panthers, dude.
Yeah,
it's the Panthers.
It's the Panthers. I mean, just it's the homecoming game. Okay, it's you being a Power 5 team, and you done book UT Martin to come in here. You're supposed to give them that work. Don't sit around here like don't assume this is what it's gonna be. It's the Cowboys. It's gonna be a little bit different this week. Man. But I just know that the Cowboys, you won game 1 and you look good doing it. Mm-hmm. But the last time you were in your building, you embarrassed yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did.
You still need to make up for that.
No, that's an absolute truth.
The fans deserve you to go out there and do what you did against Cleveland. You owe the fans after last year's fly call.
No, hopefully they got the chalk up. The yellow tape is gone.
Don't let the Saints come out with a boom box.
No, I wish they would come out with a boom box. They better not.
With a boom box or the dude spreading some voodoo. I mean, who knows what all they can do?
Hey, we gonna run they boy. Okay, don't y'all listen to Newy. Y'all come out here with no sage. We ain't going for that, man.
Shadow Man from Princess and the Frog.
No, we're not going for it. They're gonna have to come with more than that, But you're right. I mean, but also on top of that, this victory would be 17 regular season home victories. And come on, it means something, Newy. Don't do that. Don't do that. It means something. So
really?
Yeah, really. 17 at the crib.
What does that mean?
Nah, I'm sorry.
17 at the crib.
No, that's
what is it?
That's in the game. That's the game notes.
Are we gonna do this?
That's game.
Are we gonna do this?
Okay, that's game notes.
Are we gonna do this all season? Are we gonna do this all season?
Yes.
Where the Dallas Cowboys can't enjoy the little bit. We can't.
You knew it was coming this year.
I understand. We all year long. We gonna come next week. It's gonna be Baltimore, and I already know what it's gonna be all week long.
You already know what's
already. Man, y'all ain't gonna win that. You know who we got already, man. We gotta take. But I already know. So what y'all not gonna do is let me enjoy the regular season at all, huh? I gotta wait.
Do that.
Do I have to hibernate until we get to the playoffs? Because I gotta be able to enjoy something. I mean, even in Cincinnati, dog, they get a chance to go game by game. And I said 17. That don't mean nothing to it.
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
Damn.
No, it doesn't.
I tried it.
And you know it doesn't. Yeah. You know, and your heart is.
That's facts.
Hek'ma, you're one of the ultimate Cowboy fans that I know.
Listen,
even
man.
You know that all that didn't mean anything when you watched the Packers come in here and take you apart. And then
they did.
And then 2 years ago when they had the nice home record, then the 49ers come out with the boom box and lay the wood to you on offense and defense. It means nothing.
But as much as you say that, a lot of everything that's on here, this means something. 41.5 career sacks. That means something. 61 interceptions since 2021. I mean, come on, that means something. You can't take it. Oh, this is trivia. It means something, don't it? Don't the numbers mean something?
Watch this. My man Ivory LT.
Yeah.
In Hutchinson, the Lions has more career playoff sacks than Mike Parsons.
You got me.
Got more playoff wins.
Look, all I can do is deal with who next. All I can do is deal with who next. That's all I can do. That's all I can do is deal with who next. I can't project out into the playoffs. I can only project out into what's going on Sunday. I can't do it. And I'm going to be here all season long.
I'm just letting you know the regular season.
It just doesn't.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. You know what?
It has to. If I don't win
it doesn't hit like that anymore.
If I don't win the games during the regular season, I don't even get to go to the playoffs. So you're not gonna do Cowboy fans like that and tell them that it don't mean nothing.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna let you do that, man.
Okay. You know who's not gonna let you do that? Jerry Jones is gonna do it. McCarthy. Yeah, Mike McCarthy can say, "Hey, Jerry, look at all these regular season wins." Okay. You want a contract? I need to see something done in the playoffs. I mean, this is where we're at.
That's true.
This is where you're at. So what you're saying,
you're not gonna take this from us, man.
Is true, but what
Barry, don't do that.
You're putting
don't do that, Barry. You know how hard it is to get a win in the NFL. Do not do that, man. It's every week we're gonna have to do this, man.
He's trying to hang a banner. He was trying to hang a banner.
We gonna hang it down.
Heck, we're going to put a 17.
17 done, baby.
Heck, we're going to raise in the flag.
17. God.
17.
Yes.
We them boys.
We them boys.
Okay.
That's all right. Sorry, I'll be crying.
Let's pick some games next right here on the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Games.
Why you just let that go, man?
17, baby.
I'm Cowboys alumni, Danny McCray, here with Smoothie King asking, what's that sound? That's the sound of me sipping one of their Power Pack smoothies with over 10 grams of protein. with real fruits and organic veggies because at Smoothie King, what you see is what you sip. So grab a delicious Smoothie King smoothie, throw a straw in your jaw, and get sipping real. Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off the 2023 NFL season, Hugo Boss teamed up with the NFL and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection featuring hoodies, crews, t-shirts, polos, joggers, and more. The bold, unique apparel of the Boss NFL collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, at HugoBoss.com, and at Boss retail stores. Hashtag be your own boss.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1. Any broadcast without the express addition of cooked-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12. No crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31, anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Rally Days presented by SeatGeek give NFL fans an experience of a lifetime the day prior to Dallas Cowboy home games on September 14th. Enjoy activities at Miller Lighthouse. Get a behind-the-scenes tour of AT&T Stadium and more. Visit attstadium.com/rallydays for more information and to get your tickets today.
That is Hek'ma Harrison, Barry Church, former Cowboys safety. I'm Newy. The Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Cowboys, Saints, let's get right to the picks.
17 meant something, man.
Okay.
That meant something.
He's salty.
All right, you guys ready?
Y'all shoot me down. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, like duck hunt. As soon as I come out the bushes, pow. Damn, dog. That right, man.
All right, you guys ready for picks?
Yes.
Church, put your money away. We doing picks. What are you doing?
The picks
It just flows
We
out
already
of
taken
them.
out.
It just pops out of them like
We
left
took
and
that
right.
NFL rules test.
We already took that test.
Man, right.
Pittsburgh at Denver. Pittsburgh is favored by 2.5.
What? I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry. Say that one more time.
Pittsburgh at Denver. Pittsburgh is favored by 2.5.
You know what? Let's ride.
You got less
We're riding, huh?
That's right. We ride with Russ.
Is he playing?
Russ
No.
and even Russ, he gonna be on the sideline clapping, doing some knee ups or whatever to help out. Man.
They're going to Denver.
That's right.
Going to Denver.
That's right. They're gonna win for Russ. Everybody gonna get together. Let's go for Russ. This one's for Russ. Yeah,
This one's for Russ.
This
Man,
one's for Russ.
Pittsburgh won last week without scoring a touchdown. I don't.
That's right.
Defense is crazy. Going against a rookie quarterback.
22-21. Fighting Russell Wilson.
Yeah, give me the Berg as well. Give me the Berg 17-10.
Golly. All right, I'm going with the Steelers.
Oh.
I'm going with the Steelers on this one, too. Oh, man, 25-21.
All right, next game up, we got the Rams at Arizona. Arizona is favored by 1.
Puka in them out, though, huh? Puka out of there.
Give me Arizona.
Okay.
25-20.
Yeah, give me Mr. Call of Duty. Let me get that 28-21.
Wow, man, I'm going with the Rams on this, man. Give me the Rams.
Without Puka in them balls.
Yeah, give me the Rams. I'm going to go 24-23. Just give me something crazy.
All right, next game, we got Cleveland at Duval.
Oh, man.
Duval by 3.
Ooh.
You picked this.
Yeah, Duval did not look good in the second half. But
Yo, Cleveland didn't either.
yeah, give me Duval. It's at Duval. Give me Yeah, let me get Trevor Lawrence and them 24-14.
Yeah, man. Don't know if they got any massage therapists to help the man out. He had a tough week. People coming out of the woodworks trying to get their sue on one more time. Give me Duval to go ahead and get this thing done. I will take a 20-14 win for Duval.
Yeah, after seeing the Browns, I can't do that, man. I'm gonna go with Duval on this one too. 17-10.
All right, we got the Giants at Washington. Washington is favored by 1.5.
Man, somewhere a toilet just flushed.
Brother, that game is just...
You don't want the toilet.
Is that on
That's the problem. When they flush the toilet, it's coming out all on you.
Oh, God.
As that media, that former content guy ended up admitting on tape.
Poor guy. He got caught up.
Give me DQ. DQ and company. You know what? I'm going to go 21-16.
Yeah, I will never again back Daniel Jones. So, give me DC and
man, we're together on a lot of these picks, man. All right.
17-14.
All right, I'm going Commanders, too. It's going to be an ugly one, man. So give me 20. God, it's 20-17.
Okay.
And next game, New Orleans at Dallas.
33-23 Cowboys.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys on this one. Let me get the Cowboys 24-17.
You know they score over 30 a game.
Yeah.
So, come on now. Y'all know I'm going with the Cowboys. I had to pick. Come on, it's preseason. We already picked it. Y'all had it already picked on our boards. So don't play with it.
I had the Saints Saints losing this one.
Yeah. So I mean, I got the boys here. So let's just go 35. I'm going 35-20. I think we smoke them.
Oh.
Yeah. Get our 17th regular. Yeah. 17th regular season home victory at the crib. Rep where you from?
Raise the flag.
Raise the flag. All that.
Banners is going up, man.
This win's sponsored.
You're not taking this from us, Newy. We're gonna go game at a time. One game at a time. And we got Baltimore next week, and I know what you're gonna be saying all week next week. But anyway, let's deal with what we got.
Game right now.
Let's deal with what we got. Come on, Newy.
Love y'all, man, but ain't no way.
Ain't no way?
Ain't no way, man.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
I tell you what. We do it every time, don't we?
No way.
Do it every time.
Every time.
Man, where's my foam finger, Chris? I need my foam finger back and my foam helmet, man. I need it back, man. We need to bring that back.
One win. One
what?
win. This man
what you mean?
He want foam fingers.
What you mean?
Come on
now, Newy. Listen,
don't
do
that. Crazy
that.
Ray outfit here in a minute.
I'm not going to put on the Crazy Ray outfit, but what I will do is pull out the foam finger and point it at you after we get this dub. All right? So come on, man. I love it. Each and every week I'll be right here on the Players Lounge.
Tell you what, Chris.
I will go shopping in the pro shop if that happens.
What's that?
Get your foam finger, your hat. You know.
Yes, let's go.
You need the thing around your neck with a big old star, right?
Yeah. Yes. Come on, give me the glasses that light up, all that.
Okay. What was the old Taco Charlton chain? The Hot Boys?
Oh.
You give a Hot Boys chain, too?
Hot Boys.
Why does it have to be a talk? See what I'm saying? You see how you put a negative? See how you do that? You see how you do that? Look, you couldn't just say.
Go borrow tacos.
You couldn't say a Tank Lawrence. You couldn't say Tank Lawrence.
They still selling the Hot Boy merch.
Man, y'all not slick.
Hot Boys.
Is the website still working for that?
Them boys had chains, though.
And remember they were talking about they would go sue San Francisco? They in the Super Bowl. You argue about who's the Hot Boys. Chain. And you sitting there.
Man, y'all better leave my team alone. Cowboy Nation, y'all know what time it is.
All right, okay. Let's end this show.
Get your Hot Boy merch.
Listen, look, 17 at home. It starts Sunday at 12 o'clock. What'd you say, get there early? Get there early. You didn't share the direction to get there with all the people.
Off camera, we do that.
Off camera. All right. Well, let us know, man. Look, Cowboy Nation. When you find another Cowboy fan, make sure you tell them that you hope their team win. Let's go.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!